Okay, today I am going to start teaching my dogs the number 112, the halt, 180 pivot to the right, halt. Now, my dogs need to, number one, they still need to understand dig, because I have to heel into that sign in order to do my first halt. They also need to know how to wrap around me and do a really nice tight right about turn. And they need to do another halt, which needs to be very fast. They also need to understand that when I say heel, they need to really push off their rear end on that heel, so that they basically can stay in heel position as I'm coming off the last sit. I'll be using Card and Poe today, as always. One off leash, one on leash. And make sure that when you are training this, that you're breaking it up and you're rewarding the individual pieces of the turn, as well as the halts, as well as the heeling. Even when you're heeling up to the sign, you need to be reinforcing that occasionally, otherwise you'll lose it. That actually will go into some dig work for you too. One-way focus is something else that I teach, and that is in my excuse me, and that is in my healing series. And there we go. Make sure you stay tuned for the training tip that's coming up. Like, subscribe, and share all these. I would appreciate it. It helps my channel grow. Keeps me motivated. Keeps the dogs motivated too. Good boy. Big work. Oh, it's on your back! Remember, I always like to do some dig work every single session. Don't always do it the first one, but it's easier sometimes when I video. Close. Good automatic sit. Good boy. Quit. Good boy. He's a little antsy. He's just trying to anticipate what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to let him sit for a minute. I love his focus, though. Okay, so I'm going to reward it. Here, come here, you monster. Come here, you monster. Out. Good boy. Whoa, good boy. Remember, when I'm doing an about turn, or I do a pivot to the right, I want to make sure that my dog's head's up. He's focused. Oh, no, I don't like that. He looked at the sign. Push. Good boy, push. Whoa, there it is. Hurry up. Get. Push. Here. Push. Good boy. Tip. Good boy. Close. Whoa! Yeah! You caught that one. Get. Whoa! There it is. There it is. Get that boy. Good boy. Oh, there it is. There it is right there. There it is. Close. Right here. Close. Good. Good boy. Now, I don't like that sit, so I'm just going to take him by the collar, and I'm going to put him back where he belongs. Sit. Sit. Good boy. I'm going to praise him, but he's not going to get rewarded for that. Good boy. Okay. Good boy. Just like that. Good boy. Whoa! There it is right there. Ah, you got it! Close. Close. No, I don't like that. That's right. Come on, quick. He's feeling pressure because I corrected him a minute ago. Consequence. Right? I put him in place, so he's a little bit like, uh-oh, what did I do wrong? So I'm going to take a second. Release some of that pressure. Good boy. Ready? Out. Good job. Ready? Here we go. sure that I reward that sit, because remember, he was wrong a minute ago, and he's getting a multiple treats. Good boy. Good boy. Close. Very nice. Wow, lovely. Good job. So I was really happy with that. All right, let me go get card. Very nice. No. Little boys, buddy. You're little boys, buddy. You're little boys. Not gonna reward that. Close. Oh. There. Close. He has a tendency to push on me, so I don't like that. So I'm just pushing him back, trying to teach him that he's not allowed to do that. Good boy. Close. Good boy. Good boy. The freeze that I did there is testing his knowledge, a little bit of proofing. He understands that when I freeze, he's supposed to stop and sit. So I'm kind of testing, because he's pushing me on this bout turn right here, or the right pivot, which is him. But it's a good thing to start testing him. They really bolted off, so I really like that. Settle. All right, wrap up. Both dogs actually did pretty good. I have a little bit more training to do on both, as far as heeling into a halt, turning, and the halt. So I'm going to polish that up a little bit more. They're both wrapping around me really well. Focus is really good. I still am working on focus and desire on Poe. He's got it. His issue is a lot of times he likes to push me a little bit, which you saw what I did. I just bump him back. Say I don't like that. That works for him. That's a consequence that I use for him. But I like what I was saying. So okay, till next time. We'll see you there. Make sure you leave comments. I'd like to know how your training's going. Stay tuned for the training tip. Okay. All right, training tip of the day. Proofing. Proofing is very, very important. Proofing will create a more confident dog, and will create a dog that understands how to perform a skill to your criteria in all environments. It's very important, though, that you proof fairly. And when I say that, I mean you need to teach your dog about proofing. So I usually pick something, a game or trick, something like that, that I'm going to to start proofing. And I'm going to start very easy. So if my dog is incorrect, I add a consequence. The consequence is totally dependent on you and the dog. It can be anything from just taking the collar and positioning to the dog to, you know, giving him a little pop, you know, giving a pop on the leash, doing a push and play, which I use a lot. So it just depends on you and the dog, and it depends on the circumstance, and as well as the level of training the dog is at. It's really important, though, to make sure that you teach your dog what proofing is all about. For my dogs, I want my dogs to understand that when something happens, if they try harder, okay, if they try harder and give me more effort, then rewards and games are readily available. And I think it creates a dog that in a pinch they will, instead of shutting down, which a lot of people understand what shutting down means, instead of shutting down, they'll actually offer more behavior. They're actually offer more effort. And that in itself is very, very important for success in the ring. So when you're proofing, make sure that you teach your dog the concept of proofing first. The concept of proofing is if you try harder when something is hard, all right, or challenging, then we will do lots of play and reward. So there you go. Proofing, very important. It's a final step before you ever start showing or entering shows. If you've not proofed, don't do it in a ring, because that will, that's another rabbit hole I'm going to go down later. All right, so make sure you're proofing, very important. Make sure you teach your dog how to win at proofing, and you'll have the confident dog you're looking for in the ring. All right, till we see you next time.